Just after Donald Trump announced that he will bring back tariffs in relation to China, the Chinese ambassador in Australia spoke in Canberra, and he made it very clear how he thinks the world should look at the Australia-China relationship and learn from us, I suppose, on how we should perhaps kowtow. Have a listen.
We have turned the relationship from derail back on the right track, from going down back to stabilization, and from moving to the wrong direction back to the right direction. And there's no reason for us to compromise our respective national interest for the sake of a third party.
I mean, we have basically given China everything it wanted. We've pulled out of WTO actions and more. And the Prime Minister, well, you can't help but look at him on the world stage with President Xi and feel we're allowing Beijing to dictate terms.
Look, the worst endorsement that any self-respecting democratic politician could get would be an endorsement from the Beijing regime. The idea that Beijing thinks that we're somehow a model for the democratic world, well, frankly, we should be ashamed of ourselves, absolutely ashamed of ourselves. On this point of tariffs, Peter, we do have to understand that as long as the CCP is in charge in Beijing, we are in the throes of a sustained strategic competition, a new Cold War, one that is every bit as serious and as important as the last one that we have to win. Under the CCP, we love the Chinese people, but the Chinese government is not our friend. We just have to understand that. And the sooner we cut China out of all our critical supply chains, the better for our long-term national security.
You're not wrong. I want to just pick you up too on one issue related to South Australia and the voice that they've brought in down there, given your advocacy to oppose the voice at a national level. Tomorrow we'll see in the South Australian Parliament the inaugural presentation from the SA Voice Group. Now, this will be the first for any parliament in Australia. They will, present their view of the world. They are also given the capacity, this group, the Voice, to question the cabinet, to also question bureaucrats. It's almost like a parallel parliamentary sort of body. Now, 64% of South Australians rejected the Voice at a national level. Why are we persisting with this?
It's certainly privileged lobbying that's being accorded to this body that was elected by, I think, less than 10% of the Aboriginal population of South Australia. Look, I think that the Labor Party, state and federal, has got to understand that no means no. They should listen to the overwhelming verdict of the Australian people last October. We are against separatism, and good on the state coalition opposition for having the backbone to say that should they be in office, they will repeal this legislation.
All right, have a happy and holy Christmas, Tony Abbott. Are you going to do any fire brigade duty over the break?
Look, I will do my best to serve, and as always, we hope that it's not necessary, but I'm sure that the tens of thousands of New South Wales Rural Fire Service volunteers and the volunteers for the other state and territory services will be standing by this summer.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thanks, Tony.